Once again, camera angles are a bit awkward, but I've been receiving a very nice smell since I opened the oven. It's not incredibly strong, it's already quite faint, but it's I guess sort of butternut squashy, but I think my mind's trying to think of some other things because of how it looks. Let's see if I can show you. So I took it out. I think it ended up being pretty much 25 minutes, and also I did not set my time immediately after putting it in the oven, so pretty much took 25 minutes. Quite near to the top. 180 Celsius fan. 25 minutes. Yeah, to say that. So that's pierced the skin on that seal. Let's also look at the photo I took of the box. We can actually see what it is. Instead of just guessing, which is more fun guessing, or guess, I'll guess, you can guess, but taste the difference. Cheddar and caramelised onion quiche. I think I can smell the caramelised onion. Baked in buttery short crust pastry with, that's a W or not, with Tor Valley? Handwriting's a bit obscure, with Tor Valley cheddar and sweet caramelised onions. So basically you mentioned caramelised onions twice, but anyway. So it looks a little different from the photo, but not in a bad way. Let's get stuck. Oh, that's so tender, so soft. Watch me pierce. Just let's try here. Look, watch. Just glide right through. Let's see what we've got here. Look at this. All over my key. Let me just save my keyboard. I underestimated just how tender it was. It was falling off the fall. I wouldn't say I overcooked it. I would say this is, pretty much as perfect as it could be. That's not to talk about my skill heating it up, warming it up. So of course you can eat it straight out of the packet as well, but I really recommend you heat it if you can. This is really good. You'll get some of the flavour out of the packet, sure, but oh my goodness, this is just so tender. They've cooked everything so well. It's how much did this cost me, I wonder? That's something. I'm not sure if I still have the receipt. I'll have a photograph somewhere, if not, but of the receipt. But wow. So you can see a lot of greenery, but that is so tender. A bit of onion. Wow, caramelised beautifully. I cannot describe these flavours. These are so wow. It's good for me because I have a broken jaw, so it requires no chewing at all. Really, it's not quite. Well, it almost dissolves in your mouth. Almost, it's not much of a stretch. It just it's like sort of baby food. In those tins. I'm sure they still produce, but even more flavourful, I'm sure, than whatever they would put in those tins. Wow. Wow. See, this is what I mean about blending flavours together, blending ingredients rather, and marrying them together, because I had a vegetable samosa from a corner shop, Nisa, outside Birmingham Coach Station. Nice friendly staff, and I like to get snacks from there before boarding a coach, but I just or getting off a coach, but I had a samosa once, opened it up, and well, I ate it, whatever, but at some point I was just not only analysing what it was, but even looking at it, everything was so limp. So there were ingredients, peas or whatever, inside the vegetable samosa, but everything was so separate. Even though they were touching each other, you just went from one to the other, and they were so cold and limp. They were all so cold and limp and lifeless, but this is the complete opposite. Everything is touching its neighbour, but also sort of encouraging its neighbour. Everything is working in tandem, is essentially what I'm saying. This is the complete opposite of that lifeless samosa. This is, you know, this is like what you get when you have a good samosa. You have everything working together. The colour is so nice. It's a nice size. Typical 400 gram quiche, I think, in terms of weight. Not sure what. Oh, actually, I do have the box over there, so there was some sense in looking over there, but it's out of reach now. But it's so. Just be careful when you're taste testing. Do not underestimate how soft it is, because you'll destroy your keyboard like I almost did. I think I just about got away with having no quiche underneath the key, but it was close. Wow. This is so tasty. This is so good. This is one of the nicest quiches I've tasted in a while, and I've had quite a few good tasting quiches from Aldi as well, specifically. Some of their quiches are a real treat, and I'm not a big fan of onion, but here it's got that nice sort of, not crunch, but the gentlest of resistances. You can just, you know, because everything else just, as I say, dissolves in your mouth, then you just spend 1.5 seconds chewing a bit of onion. That's it. It's, you can see a bit of onion, I think, if you look at the top there. There's a bit of onion, but as they say, it's nicely caramelised, so it's flavourful. I'm not sure if I had any ideas about what it would taste like, because I'm not sure if I even looked at the flavour, much. I just realised I purchased this yesterday from Sainsbury's on the way home from church, so this was not an Aldi quiche, by the way. I misled myself, and I've misled you. I think I suggested that this was an Aldi quiche. No, this is actually Sainsbury's quiche, so I think from their taste of difference range, but I've had some really good quiches from Aldi as well, so this definitely meets some of those finer Aldi quiches, and is very much their equal, but this is really good. So if you're not much of a fan of onion, and again with me, I like onion when it's cooked well, like, and this is a good example. This is how you can cook onion, but you can do all sorts of things with onions, but I think it's when I cook onion, I do not cook it very well, so I like it when other people know what they're doing with onion, and they clearly do here. So maybe try not to be put off if you're not keen on onion, because it's not just about the onion, it's just the caramelisation and the gentle texture of the onion, but there are so many other flavours that the onion isn't. It's not prominent, it's present throughout, but it's not a, you know, shouting from the rooftops. Even the crust smells nice, and because you have so much flavour, it makes eating the crust much more enjoyable. Obviously the crust does require a bit of chewing, but your jaw is not going to be worn out too much, because the filling is so soft. So yeah, I can even enjoy eating the crust. Wow. I do not like to use ratings like numbers so much, because it can be misleading due to, you know, different reasons. It's hard to understand what people mean by 10 out of 10 and so forth. But you know, this is something, if I were doing it out of 10, I guess this would be a 10 out of 10. or million out of 10. But yeah, the caramelisation again, that's so nice. It's wow, the onion is. Oh, it almost reminds me of a chutney, ever so slightly. There's a sort of chutney reference as I link on the caramelisation. But yeah, it's so nice. This is a good treat, and it's not spicy. So if you're not keen on spicy food, I cannot even see any black pepper, and black pepper seems to be added to everything in supermarket food. So it's a very mild quiche. No spice at all. It's just your typical quiche, but more flavourful than you'd expect from a supermarket. And when typical, I don't mean the flavour. The flavours are a bit sort of more obscure in a good way. I mean, a basic recipe before they added all the flavours and stuff. It's I'm sure it's a simple quiche recipe, but cooked so well, so brilliantly. I'm going to really enjoy eating this. This is great. I have some soups to test, 3 in total, again from Sainsbury's. I purchased them yesterday. I don't think the soups are going to be able to defeat this quiche in battle, but they may be very good. I'm keen to see. Today is the 20th of February 2023, 11:29 a.m. Hope you enjoy Shrove Tuesday tomorrow if you are celebrating, and if you are giving anything up for Lent as well. I'd like to hear. My friend in Belarus told me that when I was asking about Shrove Tuesday, whether or not she celebrates, what's it called? It begins with Minisetiska. I need to check the message again, but she has something called Minisetiska, which is a whole week of eating pancakes. So I was like, oh, when gonna move into your house? So they have a whole week, so that's interesting. So I'm really keen to learn about the differences in culture and things. So I've learned something new about their version of Shrove Tuesday. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next